Hey guys, welcome back to the Be For Real podcast, episode 15.
Outdoors edition.
We are camping.
We're camping. We're really taking advantage of the nice weather.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this would not be happening in the snow.
No, actually it could.
Don't expect us in an igloo.
In an igloo.
No, actually.
We're going to be recording with the penguins.
Yeah, we're going to go to Antarctica.
In the winter coming near you. But in all seriousness, we are sitting outside right now. So if you guys want a visual, make sure you go to the YouTube. It is beautiful. Summer is on full force right now.
Full throttle, baby.
Full throttle. It's really hot right now, and we thought if we can, why not bring the podcast with us anywhere and outside?
Literally. Well, everyone loved last episode in the car, so we thought it'd be fun to just do another one. Watch, it's gonna be we're gonna be back in your house and be like, ew, I literally hate when you guys are inside.
Ew, you guys are
Go
so
outside.
boring.
This
What are
is
you
so boring.
doing?
No, I like this. It's fun though.
Yeah.
Just different vibes, and we're in like a good. It's
Location.
a very quiet.
Yeah.
Over here, we found literally the only shady spot in this park, and it's behind this little tiny tree.
Yeah, we're actually terrified of any bugs falling on us. So if there is, we may be non-existent for the rest of the episode.
Yeah, if we run away because a bee comes near. There's actually a bunch of bees behind our head, but they're all bumblebees, so like
hopefully we're good.
as long as no wasps come near, then I will have no reason to run screaming.
Yeah.
So
she's like, if I get silent, just know it's because of a bee.
no, that's what I said. Yeah, if all of a sudden I just stop talking mid-sentence and don't move, that means there's a beer.
A beer. Yep. Someone's
There's
bringing
a
a beer.
There's a bee.
So hopefully we're fine. Crossing our fingers that we have no more bug stories for this
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, that was not good.
Hopefully we're safe and sound because we've never been stung before, both of us. So technically we could die. So.
Yeah, it's actually like one of my, not fears, but it's one of my goals to like,
goals.
it's actually a goal in life to never be stung. Because also, if you've never been stung, you don't know if you're allergic, right? And that's scary because you can die via bee sting.
That's actually
and my
really
grandpa's
scary.
like deathly allergic. So I'm like, oh my God, what if I have the gene?
No.
So just don't even.
Okay, but that's actually scary.
I know.
Does he have to carry around like an EpiPen?
Yeah.
He must not like going out in the summer, hey?
No, I think he does, but it's just like,
I'd be terrified.
stay away from them bees.
Stay away.
Right? Oh my God, have you seen the EpiPens though? Like videos of them, because the needle is so long that comes out.
I don't think I've ever seen one.
And I have a huge fear of needles. Like, I literally don't think I don't even think if someone was like dying, I could actually stab them with a needle. Like, I physically don't think I could, do that myself. Sorry. So hope no one has a epileptic issue around me and needs an EpiPen, because I don't think I can stab someone.
I feel like when you have adrenaline though, like if for say I was
Yeah.
really allergic to something and right now I got stung, you would
Yeah, I would.
or I would die. Your adrenaline
Yeah,
would take over
I guess I would.
and you'd literally like punch that into me, I swear.
would stab the crap out of you.
No, adrenaline is actually crazy. Have you heard of, there was some story about this little boy who his dad got stuck underneath a truck when he was doing something and the truck kind of fell on him. And I'm pretty sure the story is something along the lines of the little boy saw his dad was literally about to die. He got so much adrenaline, he lifted the car off of his dad.
Yeah.
So adrenaline does a lot.
I know, like, literally mothers have done that over their kids. Like,
Yes.
same kind of thing. Like, literally lifted vehicles.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're Hulk.
Literally.
Yeah, you never know what kind of powers you'll get when the adrenaline kicks in.
Adrenaline kicks in, she becomes a nurse.
Yes. Yes. Did not do my practicum, but, I can do whatever I need.
All you need is some little adrenaline.
And an EpiPen. Okay.
Yeah.
By the
drinks.
way, part 2.
Part
bubble tea.
2.
This one here is obsessed, and every time she's like, "So you want bubble tea?"
I was like, bubble tea? Yeah, you're feeling like it? Okay, let's go. Yeah.
Exactly.
Sounds
yeah.
good.
She's like, "Oh, you want to? Okay, yeah, on the way. Let's go right now."
Okay, yeah. I'm actually
Start the
almost
car.
there.
I'm
yeah,
already there.
Start the freaking
Pretty
car.
much, right?
I'm obsessed. It's the drink of the summer. I'm telling all of you, go get bubble tea. It's so underrated.
I went to Michael's the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and they already have their Halloween stuff up, like the decorations, and that scares me. I'm like, it's not even August, bro. It's not even
What?
August.
Are you kidding me?
That's in October.
You may as well be putting the Christmas stuff up now.
They might as well, right? But I can't lie, it was probably the cutest Halloween stuff I've ever seen. Like, it was like
Really?
pink themed,
Mm.
like girly, and they had like pumpkins, but imagine a pumpkin made out of disco ball.
Oh my god.
It was really cute. Like,
Really?
the decorations, I was like, those are kind of really cute. Like, those are gonna sell out 100%.
You should buy it now. The summer sale.
No, I was thinking that, and I was like, that's why they do this to you.
Yeah,
I'm like,
honestly.
'cause they got me.
They
I'm thinking
put
about it.
all the really cute shit out first, so then you're inclined to buy it.
Pretty much. That's their life hack.
I honestly hate that when it's like a certain season and then you go into a store and you see the decorations for like 3 seasons in the future.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're like, what is happening right now? Like, we are a long time away from Halloween, and summer just started. You know
it makes you feel like they're trying to like push out summer, like it's already almost over, and I'm like, no,
Yeah,
it just started.
It's a week into summer. At this time of year is when you start seeing back to school commercials.
Yeah, I saw back to school stuff on Michael's too.
Like, summer, just like the kids,
I'm like, they just got out of school.
Like,
no, that was like traumatic to see when you're younger. You're like, no, I don't want to go back.
No, genuinely, I would cry when I would see those commercials. But it's like, why are you putting those commercials on at the beginning of July? I'm sorry, but this is when you need to be putting out the summer commercials, because you're gonna make kids miserable.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe people get their stuff really early. There's got to be people out there that get it early.
Yeah,
I would be my mom. We would just wait until like after we went back to school, and then it'd be like starting to go on sale.
Oh my god!
Like we would just have the stuff from last year that we kept, and then be like, if you need anything new, wait until it goes on sale.
Yeah,
it's like
it probably all goes on sale
all
like
that
in
stuff is
October.
like, it'd be expensive. Dude, if you go to like Staples, no. We always went to like Walmart because Walmart had like the rollback deals versus Staples was like $49 for one pencil.
No, Staples is actually insane. When we were younger though, my mom did spoil us with like when
classy pencils.
Classy. But when we were very young, she would spoil us, but then as we got older, she's like, no.
Yeah, I don't
like
care.
like this isn't happening anymore.
Yeah.
But I remember clearly we would get a new backpack every year. Now saying that out loud,
I always did too, I think, actually.
It sounds like excessive, but that was like the whole fun and the whole point of going back to school, honestly, for me, was getting to shop for a new backpack.
Yeah.
I just felt really cool.
I would always go back to school, like, clothes shopping.
Yeah.
Or, like, get a new pair of shoes for school or something like that. Like, nothing excessive, but, like, we would go back to school shopping. But, like, the arts, like, what do you even call them? Like, what's the word? There's the word.
For what?
For school.
The
like,
arts and crafts?
No, like, your pencils, your binder. Like, the stationery stuff.
Okay, yeah.
All the stationery stuff, we would be like, nah, you don't need to spend the money on it. So we would kind of just keep our stuff from last year and reuse it. But then I'd be like, okay, but I get new shoes, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's like
and a new backpack.
It's either one or the other.
Pretty much.
I mean, to be fair, we didn't, like, once I got into high school, I didn't get to shop for back to school clothes because we wore uniforms. And so my mom would overcompensate with that, with allowing us to go and buy school supplies instead of spending the money on clothes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that was like all the fun. I really just miss that feeling. That's the one thing that I miss about school, is the excitement of like back to school shopping and like your first day back in a new grade. And also I miss the feeling of like taking your last exam and like being off for the summer. You know what I mean? Or like taking your last test or your last day of school for like the year.
Yeah.
That was one of the most euphoric feelings ever of my childhood.
And also like the going back to school part is like finding out who's in your classes. When you go and like see the board and it had like all the names on it.
No, that was actually
we
so
always
fun.
had so many times where like you'd have a homeroom where like you were in a class for only like a week or two before they actually figured out your classes. But okay, let's change the topic because like, sorry, if you're going back to school, you're probably like, can you actually shut up because it's summer.
We're just reminiscing, okay?
We are reminiscing. It's the nostalgia kicking in.
It really is.
I'm never going back to school.
Girl, me neither. I feel like, oh wait, never mind. We actually did say this on the podcast before, but we both didn't. Well, I went to university college for a year and yeah, we're not big school gals over here, to say the least.
Not at all.
So anyways, changing the topic. How was your week? We didn't even get to talk about our weeks yet. Damn, we went on a tangent there.
We're chatty.
Yeah, what is new?
Oh my god, I didn't even think about it. Hold on, let me look. Quick,
you gotta look through your camera.
I went to the mall. I went and got food a couple times. Went to the lake. Oh yeah, I went to the lake on Sunday. Had a nice lake day. Literally my favorite days. Like just laying on the beach for hours, having fruit and some chips.
It's so girly.
Getting an ice cream on the way home.
And then when you're driving home and when you're driving there, you're like bumping the summer music.
Right. And on the way home, everyone's like tired and like sun exhausted.
Yes.
And you're just kind of like chilling.
And then like windows open. Yeah. You're feeling the breeze.
It's the best. No, I love that.
It's a vibe.
Yeah, I've had a pretty chill week so far. Like nothing crazy, honestly. Like then I think on Monday I laid outside like in the sun again. Just a chill summer week so far. Work, you know the drill.
I have a drilling question for you.
Oh.
Did you complete your homework from last episode?
I don't even know what that was. Oh, shoot. Was it to start a show?
Yes.
No, I didn't.
No.
I started Below Deck. I can't lie. I
Are
just totally
you
watched
kidding? This girl, everybody go cancel her in the comments.
Oh, my God.
She's off. Like, she's done.
Don't listen to her.
No.
No, okay, you know what? It's because because I haven't been wanting to start a new show because I've been waiting to watch Love Island, but it's, like, locked on my TV, right?
Yeah.
So I have to go to Hannah's to start it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I need to watch on someone else's account.
Yeah.
But I was at my dad's and he watches Below Deck and he loves that show. So I watched like a couple episodes with him and I was like, wait, this is actually so good. I'm like, it's reality TV. Of course I like it.
Yeah.
So then I went home and I like finished the season and now I'm like, oh, now I like that show and I want to watch the other because there's like a few different locations that they do. But I'm like, well, now I started this. So it's like, now I want to.
No, I'm so disappointed in you. You have like no idea.
Oh my God. It's okay.
It's okay. I think I'll find it in
I have
me
my
to
whole
forgive
life
you.
to watch this whole show. There's a lot of episodes.
No, there is. Honestly.
There's a lot to watch. I will get through it.
Yeah, you'll get through it eventually.
That's the thing. It's just like starting stuff when you know there's so much to watch. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be hooked on this and watch it every single day.
I know, it's kind of daunting looking at that there's literally near 50 episodes in one of their seasons.
That's crazy. Wait, actually?
No, you think it's crazy, but then once you start watching it, you understand and it flies by. Like, you will watch 30 episodes and you'll be like, I thought I was on episode 5. Like, I'm not kidding you. Love Island is just a different breed
Fair
of
enough.
show. But anyways, I can't wait till you start it because I just want to talk about it with you.
Yes,
But
we
that's
will.
okay. That's fine.
Wait, so have you watched USA at all?
I was just going to say, yeah, this week I started. Okay, so right now I'm currently watching the UK, like the new season that's kind of like coming on live right now, and I'm all caught up to the episodes that are on Hey You right now. I'm at the point where they're just entering Casa Amor now because
I don't know what that is. What does that mean, entering Casa Amor?
Casa Amor
Is it like a certain section of the season?
Yeah, it's a
They
certain
go somewhere new?
Yeah, so the guys or the girls go somewhere new and then they bring in new girls and guys to test their relationships.
Oh, how far into the season do they usually do that?
It's usually about episode like mid-20.
Like kind of almost halfway?
Like basically halfway, yeah, I would
Just
say.
over a quarter?
And it creates so much drama. It's actually crazy.
Yeah.
It's the best part of the season, alongside with they do something that's called a movie night.
Mm-hmm.
And they get all of the people to sit down. They give them popcorn and the producers do them so dirty, but it's the best thing ever because
Do they like put footage together of all of them?
they put footage together of when they were lying.
Oh,
and
when
they
they're being
expose them.
Oh, that's actually iconic.
No.
I love that.
That's like one of the best episodes because the
That's so
drama that it stirs up. Because
100%. And you're sitting there watching it. Like, imagine you're like sitting with like your
li-
guy that you're crushing on, and it shows like
No,
you
literally.
macking on someone else. Like you're like,
No, guys are actually like a different
Wild
breed.
animals.
Some guys were literal wild animals where they'll be
been
seeing
there.
a girl on the show. Like there's this one instance that I'm watching right now. This guy is seeing this girl. They've been together for a bit. They hit it off. He's like basically lying to this girl. And then he takes this other girl, a new girl that came in as a bombshell. He takes her.
bombshell enters the villa.
Bombshell literally enters. And he took her up to the terrace, kissed her, and lied to the other chick that it ever happened. So stuff like that. They're so sneaky.
They like gaslight them.
Oh my God, the gaslighting is crazy. If you guys are watching the UK season, Joey and Grace, that whole situation, Joey is such an ick. I can't even, like, he just goes for any new girl that enters. Like it's actually like you need to watch it.
It's always the guys on the show that are just like the shiny new object, you know.
Oh, okay, it's actually crazy.
And they'll literally be telling this girl like, we're so good together, like I just want to be with you, and then someone new comes in and then it like doesn't even work out with that person, and like the first person is actually like a good match for them, but they're like, ooh, new hottie, I want them now.
They just want fresh meat. They look at us like they look at them like a piece of meat.
My favorite meat.
All they care about is that they're new.
Yeah.
Because it's more exciting.
New shiny toy, exactly.
Yeah, but then guess what? The shiny toy wears off eventually. It's like you can't go based off
they'd rather
of
their original
that.
toy.
No,
but now their original toy is
far gone.
Far gone. It's out the window.
Yeah. So anyways, that's where I'm at with Love Island, and I just recently started the first episode. I'm on like the second or third episode now of the US one.
Okay, nice.
So yeah, that one is hosted by Ariana. So it's really weird.
Season
seeing
6?
her. Yeah. It's because I watched season 5 before, so I'm watching like the new one now.
Yeah.
It's really weird seeing her on that show, but she looks bomb. Like
she's slaying.
No,
she
looks
always
really
see
good.
Like her TikToks and stuff, or like their TikToks from it, and it looks like she So good. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, she looks like a bombshell herself.
No, she is.
Yeah, she is. And
bombshell.
yeah, it's so weird seeing her on there, but yeah, I'm excited to watch the US season as well, because since only like one episode is getting released per day on both, it's like if I want to like do a binge day on the weekend, then I'll have like more episodes to watch from the US one, so I can like intertwine them.
True,
you know?
that's fun.
Yeah, anyways, guys, I am obsessed with Love Island right now. It's back in. I feel like it's just such a summer show because they're like always like they're somewhere tropical, so they're wearing bikinis, it's hot, and it's just summer vibes in general.
Amazing.
So I have been doing that this week. But yeah, overall my week has been good. I've been in my cleaning era.
Okay, Miss Clean Queen.
I usually, or actually not usually, but I recently have just been so lazy when it comes to cleaning. And if I like make something in the kitchen, I'll be like, oh, I really don't feel like cleaning this. So I just put all the dishes in the sink and I'm like, I'll do it later. But then it comes to doing it later and I'm like, why did I do this? Right? So
like, no, I'm still good.
Yeah,
Do
seriously.
it later again.
So now I'm like, girl, we are going to actually clean up after myself every single time and make no excuses here.
Good girl.
And so I've been in my cleaning era. I've been just making sure to keep things tidy and like make no excuses.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I've just been upkeeping things. And if I can have discipline, a lot of discipline with working out and like forcing myself to get moving every day, I can easily make myself have discipline with cleaning, you know?
Yeah.
Be more balanced about it. So I've been implementing that this past week. And yeah, basically I've just been trying to go on lots of walks and spend time in the sun, soak up every single second, because I actually cannot believe that it is already the first week of July. I looked at the date just recently.
No, serious, the second week.
Going into the second week. And I'm like, you have to be kidding me. Like, this is actually insane.
Mm-hmm.
And before you know it, you know, life goes by fast. So I'm like, I just need to soak up every single second of the sun and make the most of the summer. So that's what I've been trying to do. Yeah, in terms of work this month, I've just been, honestly, it's been a lot more chill than the previous few months, which is actually a nice like break for me. So it's been chill. I get to enjoy a lot more time outside and stuff. So yeah, everything's been chill and I've been having an amazing time, which I think directly correlates with the weather. So
absolutely. Yeah. It always does.
Yeah.
I also got my glass fixed this morning.
Oh, beautiful. So you can actually have a functioning car.
I have functioning windows.
Functioning windows.
I can see out them.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yay. No more broken glass.
No, not cute.
That's a slay.
Okay, so we wanted to talk a little bit more about boundaries this episode. That was kind of our topic-ish that we would just want to dive into a little bit more. We talked about it kind of in, not in the last episode, but the one before, where we talked about, what were we talking about? Oh, relationships. Because someone asked a question about like, oh, how do you set boundaries with a partner, and like, how do I express them, kind of type thing. And then I feel like I didn't get like that deep, but I said a couple things about like, you really got to set boundaries and like how it's helped me a lot setting boundaries. So we thought we would talk about that a little more, because there's a lot of different boundaries you can set, I feel like, with all the different relationships in life, whether that's with like your boss at work, your partner, your family, your friends, right? Yeah, and it's definitely an important topic, and I feel like it just also directly correlates to your happiness in life, is when you have your boundaries and you set them and you stick to them. Yeah, no, I 100% agree. I actually downloaded this photo that I wanted to rehash for you guys about boundaries, just so we can do a little bit of a scientific she has a quote of the day.
Background. Okay, Boundaries 101. Boundaries are limits we set for ourselves. Everyone's boundaries are different, and they are based on what is personally important to us. Boundaries can be set in several aspects of life, such as work, relationships, family, and in conflict. Boundaries can be physical or emotional limits and help to determine a person's comfort level, needs, and preferences. Essentially, boundaries dictate how we want/allow ourselves to be treated and how we treat others. Healthy boundaries allow for accountability, respect, and open communication.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I love that.
Yeah, so boundaries are important, and they're hot.
Boundaries are hot.
Just like the weather today.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have any boundaries? I feel like we should just start this off with like maybe saying some boundaries we have.
Some
like,
random ones, life ones you can think of.
Like maybe for ourselves, like personal boundaries that, life ones.
What do you mean like personal boundaries though?
Like
that still relates with people, or boundaries with yourself, like
having a boundary. For example, with one of the boundaries I have with myself is not letting myself stay up until 1 a.m. scrolling on TikTok. That's a boundary kind of I set for myself, where I'm like, I don't want to cross that because I know it makes me feel like shit.
Yeah.
You know? Like stuff like personal boundaries like that.
Yeah.
If you can think of anything, if you have one.
I don't even think I have any. Not personal ones. All of my boundaries are all with people. Like, it's not letting people take advantage of me, I guess, is a boundary I have for myself.
Yeah, no, that's one.
Yeah. Because I guess mine all correlate with other people. But no, yeah, just not letting people take advantage of me and not, actually, you know what? A main one is just saying no when I want to say no. Like, not doing anything that I don't want to do. Yeah. That's a big boundary for myself. And that is, like, my all-time top boundary. And it's the one that I'm, trying to always do at all times.
Yeah, I agree with that. That can kind of be a hard one in certain situations. That could be a tough one because especially when it comes to like certain family and like certain friends and stuff, you don't always have to say yes if you don't want to do something. That is more of a personal thing because doing that is kind of becoming a people pleaser. Yeah. And that is like absolutely having no boundaries for yourself when it comes to that, because it's like
people pleasing, it just means no boundaries. Like you cross your own boundaries. Or you just don't really have any boundaries set up if you're a people pleaser. Which is okay. Exactly. Like, I mean, it's not ideal for everyone to be a people pleaser. Like, you can at some points, but I mean, if you're always people pleasing, it just leads to more unhappiness on your part.
It gets exhausting though.
And it's because
you have to like fake stuff,
Yeah.
I hate faking things.
No, I hate doing anything I don't want to do.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, there's certain things that you have to do. Like, if it's like, oh, I have to go get a doctor's go to the dentist.
I have to get gas today.
You have to do that. Yeah. But it's the difference if someone's saying, hey, let's do this. And you're like, I really don't want to do that. And just saying no.
Yeah. No.
Right?
Yeah, 100%.
Do you have any, like, really random boundaries? Not random, but, like, here, I'll think of one that's random for me. Mine is I don't like being touched in any way, like, aggressively.
So like, you wouldn't
so you wouldn't like if I punched you in the face? No. But when people are like jokingly and be like haha and like push you like that, I hate that. I don't like it. I'm like, don't put your hands on me if it's any sort of aggressive way. Even if it's like joking, if someone's like, that's so funny, and like, don't, like, you're so stupid, and pushes me, I'm like, no, you're not gonna push me. You're not gonna fake punch me. Even that, like, a little like, no. Yeah. I hate that. I absolutely hate it. I feel like I used to have friends that would like jokingly like push me or hit me, and I would be like,
please don't.
Suddenly I'm like, my mood changes, and I'm like, you probably think I'm a bitch now, because I'm like, no. Yeah. Like, you're not putting your hands on me. Especially if someone pushes you from behind as a joke. I'm like, that is so not cool. No. You don't push people from behind. No. Like, that's one thing that I've had to be like, with friends before. I'm like, I just don't like you putting, unless you're giving me a hug or like something nice. Like, if you're gonna even playfully pushing, or like with guys or anything, I'm like, don't playfully push me without my consent. Like, no, if we're not jokingly like, haha, let's fight, we're both like doing that. Like, don't just like push me or hit me.
It could become aggressive real fast in an unintentional way where it's like, you have no right to do that. No. It's just, you know what it feels? It feels violating.
It does. It really does. And I get when people are jokey and they do that, but I'm like, I'm not even like jokey with any of that stuff. I don't find it funny, and I don't like it. So don't ever do that.
No, I actually...
Or I'll punch you in the face. And I'll cross your boundary.
And I'll kill you, actually.
I'll take it there.
That's actually something that I've never thought about, but I can relate to. I don't mind if it's just like you were saying, just like a little tap here and there if you're like playing around with your friend or your sister or whatever. But there's big boundaries on that where it's like, it becomes too much. And I can remember like certain instances in high school where that happened to me, and I just felt so uncomfortable. Yeah. Like, I don't like that at all.
Just makes you feel like icky. I'm like, ew, why do you think you can just push me for no reason?
Violated and icky. It's like, no thank you. And it's also kind of like embarrassing for you if it makes you like trip or fall and you're like, what was that for?
Out of pocket. Yes, that's one of my just like, not a random boundary, but not like I have to make that boundary meet on my end. Yeah. So like one of those boundaries that's an invisible boundary that you don't really know about it until you say something. Yes. So I'm like, if it happens one time, it happens, but I will say like, but it's hard to say though. If you like say if I never told you that, you jokingly push me, I'm not going to be like, hey Michaela, don't ever touch me like that. Yeah. But it's just one of those things that's like, I don't know. Sometimes it is hard to like say it, but I don't know. Yeah. I just don't like that. No, I'd rather just say it before someone does it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, just put it out there. Yeah. Like, write it across your forehead.
Everyone who ever comes into contact with me has to listen to this episode so they know that, so I don't have to tell you.
You should just, like, send them this clip.
I'll send them this clip. Just so you know. Yeah. So I don't have to make it awkward
just,
later.
like, post it on Instagram and, like, pin it so everybody knows.
Yeah. Main feed pinned.
Yeah. One of my random boundaries that I have that I just thought of is, if I wake up early, unless we're going on, like, some sort of vacation or something, like, even just, like my day-to-day, don't talk to me.
Like, honestly, that's so real.
No joke. Do not talk to me. I am not a morning talker. I don't wake up and I'm like honestly,
Hey, what's up?
okay, if I'm honest, Joel and I don't speak a word to each other
For
until
like an hour.
like at least like 20 minutes after we get out of bed.
Yeah, that's so fair.
This sounds so weird to say out loud, but it's completely silent for both of us because he's the same way, where in the morning he doesn't like to talk to anybody. And
I love that though.
maybe like we'll say a quick like good morning or something like that, but
You're not conversating.
not conversating. We go our own ways in the morning. We're brushing our teeth, doing our stuff, and then we'll come together like after we kind of did our morning routine.
Yeah.
This doesn't really apply when I wake up later in the day, like if I were to wake up at, past 8, but if I'm waking up early, I'm sorry, you can't talk to me for a little
Leave her
while.
alone.
I can't handle it in the morning. And it's like, I feel like in a relationship, like if your partner didn't understand that, they'd be like, why are you a bitch in the morning?
Fair enough, actually.
You know? So
definitely a boundary. Like you just need your time to wake up and like literally have your brain wake up. It's
yeah.
Like, I can't function yet.
I don't feel like, it's not even that, I can't function before I have my coffee, because I don't even drink coffee that early in the morning or caffeine or anything, because I know a lot of people are like, don't talk to me until I have my coffee.
Until I have my cup of joe.
Yeah, my cup of joe. But
actually,
it's literally just because I need to mentally prepare myself for the day first. And I feel like I prioritize also like alone time.
Yeah.
I guess you could say that's kind of also another boundary that I have
Yeah.
with people and in our relationship, is that I still prioritize and need my alone time. And that's kind of a boundary, you need to set. It's like, I don't always want to be with you. Sometimes I just need to be alone in my own space and recoup, re-energize. And that could be with anyone, with family, if you live with family, or with friends if you live with your friends. I feel like that's an important one too.
Yeah, it actually just happened to me this morning, which is funny because my mom's obviously like, she's been up getting ready for work earlier than I was today, and she was driving, or she was gonna pick me up when I dropped off my car this morning. So I dropped off my car at 8, so like I pretty much woke up at like 7:15, but then my alarm didn't. I don't know. For some reason, also, guys, my alarm was a random alarm today, and it freaked me out because I was like, this isn't my normal alarm. I don't know why it was different.
Wait, that was actually so weird.
I kind of like the alarm, to be honest, but it just was like a weird one that I was like, I didn't expect that to play.
That's so weird.
So I think I might have missed one of my alarms, but anyway, so I kind of had to just like quickly get up, like right out of my sleep. Like I didn't even like lay there for a bit. I kind of just woke up and had to like whatever, go to the bathroom and like get ready to leave the house in 15 minutes. And the second I walk out into the kitchen, my mom's like, okay, I know you just woke up, but I'm making pasta salad, and do you want me to make more so you can have some? And I literally was like, I don't know. And walked into the bathroom. I was like, you just asked me a question. I just stepped out of bed. Like, I literally can't even answer you right now.
No.
I was like, I'm not thinking about 7 hours from now. It just was funny. I literally was like, I don't know. I went to the bathroom. So she didn't make any. She was like, okay, girl's tired. But yeah, I was like, I can't answer a question right now, girl.
Yeah.
I'm like literally sitting there like eyes squinted, like groggy face.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, girl, I don't know.
Honestly, if somebody can wake up and just be a normal human right off the bat, you're something special.
I can when I sleep in late. It's just the same kind of thing. Like,
yeah.
If I get up at my normal time of day, then I'm usually like, I do wake up with not quite a bit of energy, but I wake up with a good energy every day. But if I have to get up earlier, don't.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
I mean, like I said, obviously, if you're waking up early to go to Mexico, talk to me in the morning, girl.
Vibes are high.
You can sing to me in the morning, and I will sing back. I will.
We're singing.
Literally, because you just have so much, excitement and adrenaline that just, it doesn't even matter about how tired I am. But other than that, yeah, no, my lips are sealed shut if I'm waking up at 5 a.m. So Monday to Friday, ladies, I don't conversate in the morning. And the only thing that I actually will talk to if I'm filming a video is the camera. But I still need a good 15 minutes before I do that. And I usually talk to the camera if I'm filming that day before Joel. So, because I'm like,
interaction last.
I'm like, I could talk to you, but the camera can't talk back.
So there you go.
Yeah.
No brain stimulation on that part.
On that part. So it's fine. But yeah, that's actually hilarious. I feel like it's kind of a universal experience of waking up early.
It's like my brain waves are not at the right level yet.
It must be something scientific, honestly. Another boundary that I've set is not allowing myself, like in terms of when I talk to like my friends and whoever, not allowing the conversations to be so negative and so gossipy 24/7. Everybody loves to gossip, But when you're only talking to people and only conversating about like those kind of negative things, it doesn't do anything for you. And that's kind of a boundary that I had to set with people, is just kind of letting them know like I'd maybe rather talk about something deeper and like actually connect on another level rather than just, you know, what Sally did at the party yesterday.
Yeah.
Because that's another thing that I realized is like having good relationships with people revolve around like the conversations that you can have, and being able to have those, you know, deep conversations with people is so important to me. And so if all we could talk about is like gossip and drama, then it's not it. And that's a boundary that
feels like a very surface level friendship.
Very surface level. Yeah. And it's like, I've realized that with some friends that I kind of had to let go of, is that like we have nothing in common, like other than the fact that we could talk about boys
other
and
people.
drama and other people.
Yeah.
And so if you really think about it, like it's kind of sad. And it's something that I realized that I had to set that boundary for myself in relationships, is like it's not healthy to be talking about that kind of stuff with the people around you 24/7. And gossip can get out of hand. Like you can revolve your life around that shit 100%. And like always just care about, you know, what Sally's doing, or
focus on your own thing.
Don't get me wrong, like if there's a time and a place,
there's some good tea.
There's good
we
tea.
Need it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, don't get
But
me
if all you do is like talk shit about other people and gossip,
and just like complain and
that's really good. Also, another thing that bothers me, I don't know if this isn't really a boundary, but this, you know, bothers me is people that you don't really know very well just immediately talking shit about someone or gossiping to someone. I'm like, if you're gonna gossip or talk negative about someone and I don't even know you that well, it's like, what do you say to the people you do know well? Like that, I just feel like that's such, your aura is so bad.
No,
if you just met someone's friend, like if you just met my friend and we're out and she's like, oh, like this chick that and this that like, oh, you know this person, they did, I'd be like, I just met you and you're confiding in me with your energy. Like clearly you just tell everyone that. Yeah. I don't like that. I hate that.
No, yeah, when that's my first impression of somebody, it leaves such a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, that's the first thing you had to say to me.
Yeah.
That's kind of sad. Like
it's ugly energy.
It is ugly energy.
But yeah, no, I also, same thing. Like let's not be always talking negative. But, you know, if you have a few things to say, if it's like your own life that you're talking about, like that's different. You know, if you're talking about the things that are happen that are negative or like stuff you're going through, that's different. But if you're like observing negatively on someone else's life, that's just a no.
Yeah, obviously if something like happens to you and, you know, you need a rant, you need to let it out, some tea here and there, that's completely normal. Like we're all human beings. I'm not saying that anybody is better than anybody else, obviously. There's a time and a place for everything, but it just becomes a problem when it's like an overconsumption of that. And I had to put a limit and boundary on that.
You know, those TikToks that are like, have you heard the drama? And then it goes no, and then like
yes,
it's like artsy.
Dude,
no, I'm going the opposite way. I wanted to make one that's like, no, tell me please. Like, tell me, I need to know.
Stop, that is so
Give it to me,
funny.
Rachel, please.
You're like,
please. No, yeah, it's not that. No, I like hearing stuff about other, not like shitty stuff, but if it's like who doesn't want to hear like, oh, I have news, or like, oh, this. But it never if it's like, oh, I heard this. If it's like, oh no, this actually happened with people, and it's like, I never hear things about people that like I'm not friends with or close with anyways, because like
honestly,
none of my friends rotate around people like that.
That's
like,
so high school.
It's so high school, so it's only going to be told about people that I know or I'm like close with, so it's like it's not that bad, you know what I mean? But yeah, I totally get that. Another one of my boundaries is like a big boundary. Like I talked about it a little bit, how I had to have like put up boundaries with my parents when they went through a divorce, because that was really tough. I feel like I just got to a point where I would allow it because, you know, it was such a like tough time for my parents that I wanted to be there for both of them and like listen to what they had to say and whatnot. But at some point it ended up being like, no, like I actually can't do that, because realizing, and then like say like one parent would like maybe talk some shit about the other parent, and then one would be like, that's literally so not fair for you to sit and have that on your shoulders and feel like you're the middleman. Like, this is between us, like, not you.
Yeah.
And it ended up being where I was like, I feel so stressed out and anxious because like my one parent is talking negatively about my other parent. This parent is like, what the hell?
That's
and, like honestly, not talking bad about them.
Confusion.
So yeah, it was kind of tough. It was definitely really tough. But I kind of at one point was like, I'm not doing it anymore. And my parents talked about it and was like, stop putting her in the middle. Like, you can't be doing that. It's really unfair. Yeah, it's definitely a tough thing. And I feel like if, you know, you relate to that or you've been in this position, it's just, you really just have to be honest, because also if you're still a child of, you know, say parents in divorce, it's like, okay, I am not the reason for this. I mean, unless you are. But it's like, this should not be on my shoulders.
Mhm.
This should not, you shouldn't even really be like talking about it with the kids. You know what I mean? Like, you can explain what's happening, but not be like having your honest thoughts if you're like mad about it or whatever, like with your kids, or like putting any like negative energy about the situation onto your kids, you know?
Yeah, that can become like really unhealthy really fast.
Oh,
if you don't be
100%.
careful.
Yes. I've said before in episodes that like I'm a very honest person and I like to, you know, speak my mind and just be truthful, because I don't like putting myself in situations where I'm not happy because I didn't just say what I was thinking. So even examples for like work and such, I feel like it makes me laugh because sometimes I'll tell my mom, she's like, wow, good for you. You just like said no or whatever. Because you know how, especially I feel like at work, it's so easy to feel like a pushover, and that you have to say, like, if your manager's like, oh, can you pick up this shift, or like, can you actually open your availability to this? And you're like, yeah. But then later you're like,
really
why
don't
did I
want
say
to?
that? Why
Yeah.
am I doing that? I said to my mom, because I don't remember exactly what the situation was, but my manager asked me to do something, or was like, oh, would you be okay if blah, blah, blah. And I just remember saying to him, I was like, I literally just spat out no, like before I could even think. Like, I didn't even think about like coming up with an answer. I was just like, no. And then I'm like, oh, okay, now I have to make that sound better, because it's just like my immediate answer came out of my head without even thinking.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm like, well,
funny.
that's truthfully what I want to say is no. So I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just find it's hard, but just like one step at a time. Like, it's so funny. I've been teaching my friend Hannah to like be more or less of a people pleaser, and just like, if you don't want to do something, say no. Because it feels very freeing once you can do that. And then you feel more happy in the situations. Like, if you're like, oh, I actually do want to go out and do this, like, you're more happy, or like you found out you were doing something instead of, I don't know. You know what I mean? Random examples. If you say no and then you're not in a situation, you're like, wow, I'm so happy I actually said no, and I would have been sad if I said yes, right? I don't know. At the end of the day, like we've said before, it's like life is about you, and you have to be selfish. And at the end of the day, like, if you say no, or you put it, it's not gonna, you know, I always feel better with people if they're just straight up honest and tell me like their boundary, like, no, I'm actually like, I don't really want to do that. Totally. Like, no, because I'm gonna feel bad if I didn't know that you really didn't want to do something, and I kind of did it only because I wanted to. Yeah, it's different if you know it's a friend and you're like, okay, well, I'll do it for them. Like, I don't really want to go and watch your performance, but like, or go to your thing, but I will because we're friends. But it's different when there's times where it's not just in support of someone, where you're like, I really don't need to do that. And those kind of boundaries, especially I feel like in the workplace, are super necessary, because you can definitely be overworked and taken advantage of in the workplace if you don't have boundaries.
Seriously,
100%.
That's like one of my biggest tips.
And then it makes you hate your job.
It's so important, especially if you guys are like working just a normal, for now, job. For now in quotations, as in like it's not your final destination, you know? If you're just working one of those jobs, you know, you just want to make some money and whatever, please do not get pushed around, and set your boundaries, because there's so many places that will take full advantage of you, especially if you're a people pleaser, if you're nice. And if you don't want to take that shift, don't take it. If you don't want to do something that's not your job and they ask you to do it, say no if you don't want to do it. Yeah. There's just so many things within the workplace that they try to like milk out of you that you don't really need to do, especially if you're working for like minimum wage. Yeah. It's like, what is
girl, I don't get paid enough for that.
Like, what is the point? Say no, because what are they going to do about it? What are they going to do about it? If it's not part of your job description, you don't have to do it. It's not part of your job description to take an extra shift. You don't need to do it. It's so important to set those boundaries within your workplace, because it's like you feel guilty. Like, when I worked at a restaurant, I would feel guilty if I didn't cover that shift. And I would like force myself to go in. But it's like, now thinking back, I wish I had those boundaries and my life would have been a lot more pleasant. And even like calling in sick, I would feel so guilty. Like, I would be dying on the couch and I would feel guilty calling in sick.
No, me too. But that's more me just being anxious, because I know, like, not they're going to be stressed out, but they're going to be like, no, I'm stressed out. So it's like, I do feel bad in a way, but it's also like, that was like one time I had an aura headache. It's like an aura migraine where literally you can't see, and like there's lights, and like your head hurts so bad. It's a really bad headache. Yeah, it's called like an aura.
That's scary.
Aura headache, aura migraine. Yeah, they're like, I wouldn't say super rare, but it just depends. I mean, some people get them often, but I've only had one. And scary. I was supposed to go to work that day. Like, let's say I was supposed to leave my house at 3 p.m. to go to work, and it was like 2, and I started getting that headache when I was getting ready for work. All of a sudden I was like, ooh, my head hurts really bad. Like, and then at one point I was like, I need to lay down and like close my eyes. So I did, and then it just got worse, and I was like, I can't even have my eyes open right now. The light hurts so bad on my head.
That's so scary.
Yeah, and then I literally like took that sounds bad. Took Advil.
I took a bunch. I took the whole bottle.
Container. No, I took like extra strength Advil and like had like, you know, a cloth like over my eyes or whatever. And then after like half an hour, I like opened my eyes and I was like, it feels a little better, but I was like still not like, and I have to drive to work now, and it was like a sunny day, and I'm like, I'm gonna be driving in the sun, it's bright out, like what if it happens again and I'm in all this pain again?
Yeah.
And I felt so bad because I was canceling like last minute on work,
like an hour before,
and so I felt bad, so like they didn't have time to like get anyone to replace me or anything. And so I was saying to my mom, I was like, oh, should I go, should I not? And my mom was like, well, just whatever you think, like if you don't think you're gonna be well enough. And but I was just so worried that it would happen to me again, and I'm like, I'm not trying to be at work and be in excruciating pain and need to go lay in the dark. Like, who also wants to deal with someone at work like that? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, girl, just go home if you're not feeling good. So like I felt awful calling it. Oh, I didn't even call, I literally texted because it was like my agent from set. But yeah, because I just feel like sometimes they're gonna think you're faking it to like get out of work, but it's like I've never like actually faked it to get out of work. I did actually one time to my job when I was like 16. It was like my boyfriend's birthday and we were going to the lake or something, so I did one time. But other than that, I will only because I also feel bad. Yeah. And it's like just plan your schedule better then, you know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, I've only done that once, but yeah, it's always so scary to call in. But if you really like, if your body needs it, don't go to work. Sorry if they have to stress out, but it's like, would you rather be there and feel like absolute garbage and be upset that you're there?
And those are the exact
those
boundaries.
are the moments that you need to have your boundaries. Yeah,
you need to have those boundaries, or else you are going to just literally put yourself in the most shitty position. And why would you do that?
Yeah,
just to people please, basically.
Yeah,
I get it. It sucks, like you're leaving them in the dust. But at the
especially
end
if you
of
love
the day,
your job and you feel bad, you're like, oh, I feel bad that I'm doing that. But
at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you.
It's for your health too. Like, no, that stuff is serious.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Oh, another one too is I also feel like, okay, actually this one pertains more to like males. You know those guys that like jokingly are always mean?
Yes, I know exactly that.
I find girls don't really do this to me as much, but guys do it. I also feel like, not to make this sound like, oh, she knows she's pretty, but I'm like, I feel like pretty girls, like guys love to be like jokingly mean to them. When people are mean to you, like, because you like look at it, it's like they're just insecure, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like a projection. But I find like I'll like be working with like guys or like friends or something, and they just will like make mean jokes or like say things all the time, and I'm like, I don't stand for that. Like, I don't think it's funny. Yeah. If we're not like best friends and we're like, you know, playfully roasting each other, that's different. If this is someone you don't know super well and they're making like jokes all the time or being like, yeah, of course you said that, like you're literally a dumb blonde or something, I would be like, okay, because I didn't know what part of the car this is. Sorry. Like, you know what I mean? Negative comments disguised as jokes.
I hate that. And like you said, I feel like it's a literal projection because they're like intimidated.
Yes.
That is such a weird way to go about things.
And it's not trying to just be like, oh, it's because you're intimidated, you're jealous. It's not that, but it's like you can get that vibe from people. Yeah. In what other way? Sometimes it can be, even if you're just like someone who has strong boundaries and is a strong person, people will be intimidated by that because maybe they don't relate as much. Like I feel like I've had guys mainly like make jokes and I don't let it slide. Like I'm someone that's like, let's not say that. Like that's not nice. And then they kind of are like, you know, when they kind of have to like fall back on it a bit, they're like, oh well, like I didn't even like blah blah, and you're like, no, you were, and it's not funny. I just don't like when comments are disguised as jokes, or mean comments are disguised as jokes.
No,
besides from like close friends and it's like joking.
Like, you know that's so different. That's
someone you
so
don't know
different.
as well making a joke like to your face like that. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, no.
Same kind of thing as we said before, like the shit talking.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It really just, you have to know the person in order to know that they're okay with that, because that is, I feel like, a big boundary that a lot of people have. It's like, read the room. If you don't know how they're going to take it and what their boundaries are, you can't just do that. Yeah. I have a friend and she has celiac disease, which means like you literally can't eat gluten or you will get hospitalized. Like it's really, really bad. Yeah. She met this guy. She was texting him. She told him that she had celiac disease because something came up. He was making like these really quote unquote joking but rude comments about it, and he's like, haha, you're one of those girls. And she's like, no, like I will literally get hospitalized. And he claps back and he's like, oh yeah, okay. And he kept going on and on about it.
I just think it's funny, and it's like, it's literally not funny. Like,
and I'm like, how do you know that she could take a joke about that? Like, this is a serious disease. How do you know that you could just play around like that? Yeah. Why would you assume that? It's like not having any respect for people's boundaries, especially when you don't even know them.
Yeah.
It's so rude, I feel.
And that's not to say also this probably sounds like, oh, they can't take a joke. It's like, I can absolutely take a joke. I can take them. I can throw them out. Like, I am a sarcastic, joking person.
I think
But
we both are.
Yes, we both are. I can sense when that joke is actually lighthearted and joking and when it's just a disguised joke. Like, I can read it. I can tell. And it's just like, it's not cool. Especially if you have like girlfriends, like if you're a girl and you have a close friends that are doing it to you all the time. Oh my God, they are probably so jealous of you and like insecure and you need to get rid of them. Sorry.
No, it's
like I don't
true.
have friends that do that and you're actually like, if you pick up on a vibe, like I feel like they're not joking.
No,
they probably aren't. Get
No,
out of there.
seriously.
Gross.
People who are like jealous and stuff, they're gonna put truth behind their quote unquote jokes.
It's just projection.
It is. And it's a whole energy thing where you really just have to assess the vibe of the situation and how you feel. But if you feel targeted towards that specific comment, it most likely was intended to have some sort of real meaning behind it. You know what I mean?
Especially like, I don't know, like back in the day, I feel like in high school, like I would see like guys at parties like make jokes to girls. And I'm like, you think you're going to pick up a girl by saying like she's stupid? I feel like they always think it's like funny to like
back then probably.
Maybe. Yeah, true, in high school.
In high school, yeah. But that wouldn't fly today.
But when guys think it's like so funny to like shit on you and be like, yeah, I'm still gonna get this girl, like I'm just gonna call her stupid and whatever, it's like, what the hell? That's the last thing I want you to do.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, no, it's
So if you're
actually
listening,
so bad.
guys, about this, don't do that unless you read the room and she's like the most sarcastic person you've ever met and you're like, okay, I'm picking up the vibe, like we're joking.
Yeah.
But don't make jokes that are gonna hit a little too close to home, because then it will be taken serious and that might not fly.
If you make one joke, okay, but then if they keep hammering them, it's like too much, you know?
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, stop.
It's like
the bullets I'm dodging. Like,
yeah,
what the
like
heck?
it's all about just reading the room, assessing the vibes and going from there. But it's like, if you don't know me, that's a big no-no.
Yeah, if you don't know me and you're making these jokes,
It's not funny.
Girl, I can already pick up your vibe before you even speak.
I'm
very much like, if someone makes a comment, I'm like, let's not do that. Like, that wasn't funny, just so you know.
Just so you know,
Or
I
like
didn't appreciate that.
Like, honestly, like, I'm gonna try and make you feel stupid for what you just said. Just being like, what?
Yeah, that's honestly a good comeback.
I really want someone to like say something mean to me so I can go, are you okay?
You're looking a bit sick.
Are you okay? A normal person wouldn't say that. Are you okay?
Yeah,
I just feel like that's so funny.
No,
that
that actually is funny. Because
or you just
then
say,
they're gonna be like, what?
Thank you.
Yeah.
And they're like, what?
Honestly, just
They're so
confuse the
confused.
shit
Just
out of them,
confuse the
and then
shit out
that's
of
like that's how you get
and
back.
they're like, how did we get here?
No, literally, and then it's just a whole whole
Right.
bundle of confusion. Another boundary that I can think of that I have is standing up for what I believe in when I'm talking to friends and stuff. I used to conform. If my friend said that they liked pineapple but I hated it, I'd be like, yeah, like I love it too. Yep. So good. I would
So good.
I would just conform, and through, living life, I've learned that what is the point of that? That is also another form of people pleasing. Yeah, I have just really set my boundaries and like staying true to myself. And when it comes to deeper things, deeper conversations, I will stand up for what I believe in, no matter what the other person thinks about it or has to say. That's a big boundary, I feel like, because it's so easy to just kind of be a pushover in those types of situations. I've learned that honestly, being truthful sparks up better conversations about things too, because you can kind of have a little bit of a debate if the person doesn't agree with you. Even just talking to random people, like I'm not just gonna, I don't know, like agree with what they have to say if you were getting into a conversation. I'm gonna stand my ground and stand up for what I believe in and my values and everything, and not just like pretend to be a person that I'm not.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like that's something that I've really, learned as I've matured, because I used to be the opposite of that. Like it's funny thinking back on how much I would conform, but yeah, that's actually a big boundary.
Yeah, I've experienced stuff like that similar as well, because I've had friends who have like made comments before, or just that, jokes, but like if you're always joking about it, is it really a joke? You know what I mean? Some things that were maybe, I don't want to say hateful, but, negative towards certain groups of humans. I don't know. When people give off vibes, also, like, I've just had to check people a couple times and be like, do you feel this way or not? Because if you do, this is not the vibe of person that I want to hang out with. Like, I've fully had that conversation with a friend before. Because, I don't know, I don't want to be friends with anybody who is hateful towards other human beings, no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what. Race, sexuality, anything. If you're being hateful, no thank you. I just don't like anyone who discriminates in any sort of form, and I don't want to surround myself with that energy. And I've had to check people before and just be like, is this a thing? Like, is this real or not? Because I don't want to surround myself with that energy. So you know, and I think it's okay for people to not all be on the same page. Like everyone doesn't need to believe in the same things, but like if you're gonna be an outright like hateful person towards people or things or whatever, it's like, no, I don't care if you think, you know, if you're not a big fan of something, but you're neutral about it, you're kind of like, it's not my favorite, but whatever. But if you're gonna, like, that's okay. Like, you know, we don't have to be on the same page with every political stance we have and whatever, you know. But
100%.
Like, I'm not gonna be
a pushover in that way.
A pushover and surround myself, like, literally people back in high school, I'm sure you know, especially where we're from, people are like outright hateful to other groups of people, like to their face.
100%, yeah.
And it's just not cool.
No,
and
it's so horrible.
I would surround myself with that and like not partake, but it's just like, it's hard to be around, obviously not partake, but it's hard to be around people because I would always know that it's like, this is wrong. Like you shouldn't make comments like this. Like people would just make, you know, negative comments about people. And it's like, that's not cool. But you know, when you're kind of like, you're still being a bystander is still like being part of it, right? And yeah, I feel like that was very a thing in high school because also like everyone's learning, everyone's like doing, I don't even know. You know?
Yeah. I mean,
everyone's learning what they feel about things. Yeah. You're kind of like figuring out your opinions on things.
Who you are.
And
navigating life.
And I didn't like that because I'm very like, I don't not like any people or anything. Like
unless they're hurtful and mean people.
Yes.
And there's a point not to like them, then that's a different story.
Literally. It's just I'm just not into like people that are hateful to things like outright.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. And actually this brings up
such bad vibes.
Me wanting to talk about the church. Because I was raised Catholic. Catholic in the sense of we're going to church every Sunday. Like before the age of 20, I did not miss a Sunday church in my life. Like I have been going for like my whole life. Yeah. And it only stopped when I moved out. That is probably one of the biggest boundaries I've set in my life is with not going to church anymore. Because as getting older, I really realized, you know, my true core values and
your beliefs,
my beliefs, and my parents were very strict on if you live under our roof, you have to go to church, right? Yeah. They have outgrown that now, where they truly see that like we're as adults, like individual people, and we don't have to abide by a religion. Yeah. But when I was living under their roof a few years ago, I was forced to go to church. No hate to my parents, obviously. They're learning too, their first time raising kids, and you know, they believe in this very strongly. Yeah. And so they obviously want the best for us. Yeah. So I totally understand where they're coming from. Yeah. But being at church, I just realized that it's like, it's actually crazy. I'm just speaking about the Catholic Church because that's all I've had experience with. But the priest would literally talk about, like, have whole homilies discriminating against certain groups of people. Obviously, a big known one is the gay community and all of that. Yeah. And I'm like, you're talking about this in church. Church is supposed to be a place for inclusivity.
I've never understood that. And I never will.
I was just getting a bad vibe from church because why are you spending half an hour to talk about exclusivity and literally portray negative vibes? Like, what is this? Like, that's not something I stand for. No. That's not something I believe in. And it's like, why? Just honestly, why? Like, to me, it's like,
why?
You could do whatever you want with your life. Yeah. You could do absolutely whatever. It doesn't affect me. So why would I even care?
Yeah, why the hell do I care what you do in your time?
As long as you're living your best life and you're happy and you're a good person, that is all that I care about for you. Yeah. So do whatever you want. Like, I'm not going to judge you because guess what? It's your life and I'm living my own. Yeah. So when the priest does a whole homily about judging other people, it's very hypocritical because one of the commandments or something is like not to judge.
I've never understood that. And, you know, like also no hate as well. Like my mom is like religious. I'm personally not religious. I'm more of like a spiritual gal. Me too. I'm more a little bit more scientifically spiritual in my beliefs and more universal things, which we've talked about, us in the power of manifesting, and those are like more our beliefs, our set of that. Which I understand everybody has their own beliefs. You have your own kind of God there, or you don't believe in it at all, but you have your own set of beliefs. And I think it's fair for everyone to believe whatever they want it's your own life. I don't care. As long as you're not pushing it in anybody else's face or being negative towards other people about it.
Yeah.
And that's why I've never understood that, because I'm like, I don't know, not to get all like religious, but it's like, I thought that like,
I thought God is supposed to be all loving.
That's what I thought. And
all
accepts everybody.
loving and accepts everybody no matter what.
Just because you like the same gender as
I know.
you, we don't love you.
But since you like the same gender, it's the devil. It's
death
the
penalty.
death penalty.
Don't understand it.
Head chopped off.
Yeah.
And it's like, let me read you the commandments of what God said in the Bible, actually. What about not judging your neighbor?
No, it does seem hypocritical to me.
No, it's actually so messed up.
I don't know. There's obviously got to be some great things in there. Like, those are huge religions and so many people follow them. So obviously, like, they're still good. Like, I see, like, good in everything.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's just something I've just never understood. And I totally understand how you're like, okay, I don't feel that way, so why do I want to sit here and listen to it being like forced down my throat?
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's like a huge boundary that I had to set, because obviously my parents have expectations of me at that time to, you know, keep going to church, but it's like that was really hard for me to stop. Actually, it was easy. well, actually,
like in like the eyes of like disappointment from your parents, it was hard.
That was like super, super hard, and that's like one of the biggest like big girl things I have done at that time.
Proud of you.
Thank you. And, you know, it was really hard because there's judgment there, there's disappointment, and you don't ever want to feel like your parents are disappointed in you.
Yeah.
That was a really, really hard time for me around that period, honestly, because my parents were also very disappointed that I, you know, moved out before getting married with Joel. And that was this whole big thing that I can maybe get into in another episode. But it seriously was a tough time for me mentally, and really helped me matured and know my values more and set boundaries in my life. And I'm grateful that it happened, because I have learned a lot through that process. I think I just learned also to have grace through this, is that like everybody is doing what they think is best.
Yes.
And you have to realize that as well, where it's like, even if you don't agree with them, you have to kind of accept them, you know, and
just let them be.
It's like
we say, like, you got to be selfish. Everyone's doing what they want to do.
Yeah.
As long as you're not being hurtful to other people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do your thing. We've said that before.
Exactly. And that's like my main thing, where setting that boundary was monumental for me.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, it really was a big one.
AKA, our podcast listeners are not hateful hotties.
Yeah.
So if you're a hateful person, sorry, not the podcast for you.
Yeah, sorry, gal.
We're positivity queens over here. ELE, everybody love everybody.
Everybody love everybody. Positivity slays.
Rainbow above our head.
Ching. It's like the glitter sound effect.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, dead ass. Yeah, anyways, those were all of like the boundaries that we could think of on the top of our heads. Obviously there's like little ones that we have and make a difference too, but obviously we couldn't go through like all our boundaries in our life. But
I think it was a really good topic, to be honest, to talk about, because like we said, boundaries are hot, they're very important, and I just think you'll just be so much more happy the more you incorporate boundaries and tell people about your boundaries and stick to them and don't let people cross them. Yeah, a lot more joy that way.
More boundaries, happier life, baby.
Exactly.
Healthy boundaries, happy life. Get to it, girls.
And healthy boundaries, not toxic boundaries.
Yeah, and if you guys,
I don't even know what toxic boundaries are, but
toxic boundaries would probably be like I don't know. I was like trying to say something really good, and then I couldn't really think of anything.
Couldn't really conjure anything up at the moment.
No, I did a little bit of a brain fart.
A
brain fart
with an H. Yeah. I don't know. I think that kind of like
sums it up. Yeah.
It was a good episode. I enjoyed being outside.
I know. It's really nice hearing the birds chirp, the wind blow.
We didn't get attacked.
No, thank God. I mean, there's still the outro to go, so knock on wood. Knock on wood. Don't want to speak too soon.
We're trying to jinx us. Come on now.
Yeah, geez, I really am. But yeah, I guess that was the episode.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know everyone really liked the last, like I said earlier. I always remind you guys that I've said something before. I know I repeat myself. Okay?
We both do a lot.
I need to just stop, because I already know. You already know. We already know. Yeah, we know that you guys enjoyed the car vibes, and we also really liked it too. So it's fun. It's just nice while we can take advantage of the weather and get outside, and don't be disappointed when we're inside.
Yeah, please don't give us hate, guys.
Right?
Please.
And let us know. We're coming to a city near you. Where do you want
world
us to come
tour.
next?
We'll be on a boat next time.
That's what we were saying earlier. We're like, imagine we're like on a boat, like rapids.
Oh.
We're canoeing down like the Grand Canyon.
We have like helmets on, life
rapids.
jackets. We're like holding our mics.
Yeah.
We're like going up and down.
I think I said the Grand Canyon, and that's literally not water. There's nothing there.
Is it Grand Canyon?
Like, Canyon
no?
River Rapids, you know?
Yeah, River Rapids. There we go. Oh,
Yeah, no, I'm good. Thanks.
imagine we're known for like being in these like really top-notch
Next
locations.
thing we're in like Dubai on a camel.
Dubai on a camel.
That'd be so cool.
Like we already said, we'll be in an
We're on a pirate
igloo in
ship.
Antarctica.
Let us know where you want to see us next.
Yeah, let us know and we'll be there.
See ya.
Comment down below
Booking
your
our tickets.
ideas. No, but like dead ass, comment down below your ideas and whatever we could do, we'll make happen. Okay,
No, actually, yeah, that'd be fun.
that would be fun. It's kind of like a challenge, like a summer challenge.
It is, and it also gets you out of your like comfort zone because we're in
Yeah.
public. I mean, only like 3 people have walked by. We're in a bit of a secluded area, but
Yeah.
before, when there was guys literally watching us the whole time,
Oh god, no,
Had
that
to
was
push
way
through.
worse, and we were in the car too.
no, that was worse.
Yeah, no, this is actually such a vibe, and I enjoyed it a lot.
Me too.
And then we get so much fresh air today, so
True.
that's amazing. Soaking up the sun in the summer,
Absolutely,
and
I'm so
making the most of it.
Love it.
Love it.
Well, thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yeah.
Episode 15.
This was so much fun.
And again, thanks for your constant support on the podcast.
Yeah, we can't say
on all
thank
of
you
our
enough.
platforms.
Mhm.
Seriously,
Yeah.
it's been amazing.
And if you guys want to see the visual, because we know that we have a lot more people on Spotify and stuff, so
Yeah.
don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid to come get familiar with our faces.
Don't be afraid to go click the link and to go see what we look like and watch our beautiful backdrop today,
right. No, it's stunning.
because it slays, and you're gonna want to be a part of it. So.
You will.
And follow the podcast on all platforms, everything linked down below, our personal accounts, etc. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching again. We love you so much, and don't be shy to leave any recommendations down below or anything.
Feedback, baby.
Feedback, baby, we love it.
Thank you guys,
yeah.
and see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.